Primarily, my duties involved taking care of the students, making sure that the students are safe, making sure that the students are being addressed properly and are able to find the directions that they need to go.
I have one half of the student body, Mr. Badgley has the other half of the student body. I'm the gold house, and so I work with two counselors, a social worker and a psychologist, and then we work on behalf of the student body. Sometimes that is in a role of discipline or accountability, other times it's in trying to help them advocate for themselves, work with a teacher, work with a classmate, things like that.
So as students would have different needs that need to be addressed, we can kind of help assist them, get them in the right path, and to communicate and get in touch with the right person that can fulfill their needs that they need at that moment.
The term student services assistant principal is a little less negative connotation with it. The dean's office had a little bit of a negative connotation with it, in which students thought immediately when you're going to the dean, you're getting in trouble.
The difference kind of up here in this area between a dean and an assistant principal really comes down to the piece of how much they have to do with instruction and teacher evaluation.
I evaluate tenured, non-tenured staff, ancillary staff, meaning like secretaries, student services aides, which would be like security and other things like that, and then other aides within the building.
Statewide, we need to have some clarification as to what our duties were. It was the best way to do that was through the title, because now people have a more of an understanding.
Ideally, this change to assistant principal maybe takes that connotation away a little bit, so let's see how it goes. It's just year one.
The most rewarding part is the whole reason that anybody even goes into education. That's to be able to work with the kids. It's one of those things that as you continually work with kids, you don't really get to see the immediate benefits. Okay, it takes time to kind of see the work that you put in.
I wanted to step in where kids have gaps. It may not be divorced parents, it may be two working parents. It could be a variety of issues that could be going on. Maybe dad's a little bit more distant because he's an introvert instead of an extrovert or whatever. But that's why I went into education.
I think part of it is you go into education because you want to teach and you want to be around the kids, and just as opportunities develop, as you go further, you get higher education, then more opportunities present themselves to you, and you look into them.
We start with tardies in the morning because kids come tardy to school. I try to deal with all of the discipline from the day before because I don't want a student to go back to a class until they've been talked to by me. One
of the things that we try to do is anytime that a teacher gets a referral or sends a referral our direction, what Mr. Lambick and I have created is we understand that's the teacher saying, I'm referring this for the office to work with. What our hopes are, we always try to do it, is we want to try to see that student before they get back in front of that teacher that sent that referral. We assume nothing until we talk to the kid and try to find out, the big picture and give them their due process piece.
Children are told what to do. Adults discuss what we should do. We want to treat you like an adult. I don't want to treat you like a child.
Sometimes it turns into, I got two kids that are having an issue and we enact a peer mediation piece to it. Sometimes, we want, hey, I want you to go talk to somebody else. So there's pieces that go on.
On a routine basis, we only deal with about 5, maybe 10% of the student body daily, routinely. And their perception is going to vary. Some are going to be like, the Office of Student Services is really rough, they're tough, they're harsh, et cetera, et cetera. Some are going to be thankful that they've had the opportunity to have somebody step into the gap and try and help them out.
It's always changing. You never see the same thing twice.
To me, the high school is the aircraft carrier, the middle schools are battleships, and the elementary schools are frigates or destroyers, in this armada of leading these kids from kindergarten to senior year.
I think that overall people think that they come in here because they're in trouble. And a lot of times they do, but the big piece is the fact that they have to understand that it's really to try to get them on the right track.
I tell you what, the one thing I would like to say is I love being a Bulldog. I believe Wauconda is going to be a great place and is a great place. And I think that kids need to understand the key to success here is be a Bulldog, get involved.
It's enjoyable, and I'm glad that I've had the opportunity to work with kids.